With all this tariff conversation, Volkswagen Group could be building Audi and Porsche models in the U.S. to avoid tariffs. Now, this could be very interesting for Volkswagen Group as they've considered moving German production to the U.S. Yes, that would save them on tariffs that President Trump has put in place. And Volkswagen said to be weighing production for Audi and Porsche vehicles, not all of them, but some of them, in the U.S. at their Chattanooga, Tennessee plant. Now, President Trump has threatened import tariffs, which he did put into place, ranging from 25% to 300%. But the administration seems posed to launch a new raft of import tariffs, trying to get manufacturers to build here in the U.S., which some brands have complied. Some actually were ahead of the game. While Volkswagen has built a plant in Chattanooga, moving Audi and Porsche would be a very wise move. Now, why are they placing tariffs on cars made outside the United States? Well, because President Trump and his administration wants jobs for manufacturing here in the U.S., whether they be union or non-union, and they want it returned to the states, not just the cars, but the components thereof. And if they choose not to, there will be hefty tariffs that will make selling these vehicles even more expensive. I'll tell you what to expect, but first I want to remind you to like this video and subscribe to the channel to keep up with what's going on in the automotive world. The incoming punitive tariffs are aimed at vehicles built in Canada and Mexico, as well as European countries, which leaves Audi and Porsche particularly exposed, as neither automaker has ever built cars inside the United States. Audi does have a plant in Mexico, but all Porsches are built in Europe. In order to avoid being hit with these difficult tariffs, which would make the vehicles even more unaffordable to the masses, parent company Volkswagen Auto Group is considering expanding its Chattanooga facility to produce some of those vehicles here in America, such as Porsches and Audis. Remember, they've got a lot of land there, and if they use it, it would be very wise. And this is according to reports from Germany's Handelsblatt newspaper. Both Porsche and Audi build the majority of their cars in Germany and Hungary, but the Cayenne is built in Slovakia and Audi's Q5 comes from Mexico. Any changes to the company's production plans would take years to implement, possibly not even completing the production of these lines until 2029, which means the price of those vehicles are going to get expensive. The Chattanooga facility currently produces Volkswagen's ID.4 electric SUV, as well as its gasoline-powered Atlas and Atlas Cross Sport. Any new vehicles added to the production schedule, particularly Porsches, would require adding significant investment to the facility, and this would be good for the state of Tennessee, and it would bring a lot of jobs. Now, there isn't any word yet as to which Audi and Porsche models could be moved to the Chattanooga assembly plant. Personally, I believe Porsche's volume seller, the Porsche Macan and the Cayenne, which they sell a lot, their SUVs, would likely be produced in the U.S. And if Porsche buyers were asked to pay an additional 25% import tax on their 911, I am sure those buyers will be more happy to still purchase those supercars because they're really hard to get and they're expensive to begin with. For Audi, the Q3, Q5, and Q7 SUVs are very popular and they could be produced here in the United States. It's important to remember that a tariff is an import tax paid by the importer and passed along to the end consumer. The goal of the tariff is not to increase prices, but to motivate manufacturers to build their product here in the USA. This is done in other countries, and it's also done in China. Other German companies like BMW saw the writing on the wall and started producing all of their global SUVs in Spartanburg, South Carolina, 30 years ago. And BMW produces multiple product lines in that state. It is the largest employer in South Carolina. This was a really smart move and protects BMW from any geopolitical shifts and tariffs. So they build diesel, gas, electric, all right there and ship them around the world from right here in the USA. BMW is not the only European car company that saw the writing on the wall. Volvo also produces many of their vehicles that are sold here in the US and South Carolina. Mercedes-Benz produces US vehicles in Alabama. Let's see what other brands will do. We will be watching. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this, and check out our car review channel, Car Smarts. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee, and if you want even more content, check out the links in the description. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching.